Hello, welcome. I am so glad to have new content. We are going to look at really quickly. I'm making a video for this because we had to make some adjustments. This is Broodkeeper, normal, Vault of the Incarnates. I'm in a holy priest currently. I keep hoping we find another priest along the way and I can go back to my shaman. I miss her, but I'll probably miss my priest if I go back to shaman. Anyways, so we have the video of our normal kill. The tanks figured out on their own what eggs to pop and when to pop them, and we just kind of went with it. They controlled that, and we followed along. Um, I have it muted, so you're not going to hear any call outs or anything. You're literally only going to see what is available, and I'm going to talk over it. In a moment, it is going to show. I completely re-talented my priest with our. Oh gosh, let me just. That went really quickly past the screen. I'll pause it when it gets up. Maybe. It depends on how quick I am, I guess, right? Doop doop doo doop doop doo. Come on. Where's it at? Where's it at? Apparently I've lost my... Oh! You naughty thing. Alright, let's see if I can just... Inch. I've inched too far. Apparently I've made it way too short when I did this. Just wanted it to show it for a second. Apparently it was not enough second. Come on. No, I'm just gonna doop, 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 doop. Oh! Okay. There we go. So, I completely re-talented myself. Previously, I did have a setup for method.gg. I had their Holy Priest single target raid build set up. I found, because of the amount of spread that our tanks were doing, I was ending up following the main tank on Broodkeeper. Whichever tank happened to be on her or him, whatever, they. I'm flexible. We'll call her just because that's just quick. Whatever tank was on, that person, Broodkeeper, that's where I was at. We had one melee who could quickly get out that was handling the spear sword. Dude, I mean, this was a lot. And I was following them. Typically, the other tank and the rest of the raid were too far out for me to even touch. So, I adjusted my spec a lot. I needed a lot more mana. I normally don't need as much mana as what I had to spec into. And this is what I have. This is what I came up with. We were running with a Prot Warrior and a Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter took a lot more damage than our Warrior. Don't know. Not trying to... I don't know. I haven't played either of this X-Pack yet. It's too early for me to be playing a ton of vaults. But the Warrior was getting... No, the Warrior was fine. Demon Hunter was getting his face smashed. So I was keeping mind games up primarily if I could remember when the Demon Hunter was tanking to help. And I gave up all of my raid cooldowns. As you can see, I don't have my 3-minute, I don't have my 12-minute. Because of what my task was, it just wasn't necessary. So I'm not saying this is perfect. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen for Heroic. But I'm giving you a base idea of what to look for and what to try to do to try to make this work. Because it was painful. And it took a couple of tries and a couple of changes to my spec to finally get to where it was functional. And we wiped the raid 2 or 3 times just because the Demon Hunter would jump farther away, and I'm a slow little priest popping feathers hoping I make it in time. So, a lot of communication with the tanks. They communicated extremely well with where the eggs, where they needed to go to pop the next eggs. Communicated very well with me so I could keep up with them and not lose them. And lots and lots and lots of mana. Very FlashCon style play, and it worked, and it was great. I'm not excited to do this on Heroic, but here we are. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to roll the video, and you're going to see kind of what happened, and Good luck on your kills. Genuinely a lot of just run, 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 run as fast as I can, keep up. But yeah, the tanks did a great job of deciding what eggs needed to be popped at what time, and really did amazing. About 30 minutes later, I saw somebody post up in a different Discord um, a guide, like a map of what eggs to do. And I was like, oh, well, that would have been nice 30 minutes ago, but here we are. That's okay. So, um, this first phase, not much. It's fine. Um, I did choose myself for the single target on this simply because we're running with a Roaster Druid and a Preservation Evoker, and neither one of them is going to do as well in single target as I will with only having 3 of us in here. Um, with Flash Con and then with the Mimic talent where if I heal one and then I heal the other one, they both get healed. It was just better suited, and the Evoker is really good at AoE healing, and the Druid is of course always bonkers and makes me mad. So that was why we chose to do this. I know your raid comp's probably different. You might have a Disc Priest and 2 Paladin, I don't know. But this is, for our comp, this was the best choice we could make. And also on this pool, the tanks had figured out they could be a little bit closer. And they were communicating, hey, does it still have the aura over there? Okay, we're good. So that I wasn't always too far away. But like you can see right now, the out of range on my heal bot, everybody's too far. And it was panicky. I mean, this is the Demon Hunter I'm healing right now. And there were moments. The Renew increases healing is definitely one to take. And then I also spec'd into if a target is below 50%, I have increased healing on them as well. So those things were huge. All 3 of our healers, we were all a little bit struggling on mana. And I tried to time when I would do Symbol to increase everybody's mana for when they were close enough and in range, because I didn't want to waste that from anybody. I think we still have eggs going. But the DPS was moving pretty good. I'm watching to see, I don't know. Oh yeah, here we go. So the Demon Hunter's running to go pop some more. Yeah, and then the green one, that's the melee we have. It's a Fury Warrior. Was going out to take out the... I wasn't even paying attention when I was talking. Sword, staff. There we go. He was taking the staff out for us. And we went with him because we had 2 Fury Warriors, 2 monks, and a shaman. And the monks have such better cleave damage versus Fury that we decided to go with the Fury Warrior to handle the staff. Otherwise, this fight is really just stay out of bad, kill the ads, pop the eggs as you're supposed to. It's a very easy fight. You just have to learn the pattern of where you're going, and the communication really is humongous. And having a good single target healer to keep up with it that way, because when we first started pulling this, we were trying to run back and forth. I had one of us with the big group and one of us with the tank, and then the other one was going back. It was out of hand. It was so ridiculous. So we just opted to have me go single target and just go that route. Okay, at this point, it looks like we finished all the eggs, and now we are getting grouped together so that we can... Oh, nope, there is another pack. Because I see the timer. But that's probably our last pack because of coming back here. I don't think we would have had another one at this point. And you can mass dispel this Icy Shroud. I tried to a few times, but a lot of times by the time if I didn't precast it at the right time, I was probably going to miss out anyhow because they were beating the crap out of it so quickly. So it's one of those, whatever. It is what it is kind of thing. It's not the end of the world. Oh, there must have still, oh, yeah. I remember that. I was like, help, help. Alright, everybody is back in. Oh, yeah. And we pop Lust. Looks like just now. Get that big pew pew pew. Yeah, and now that all the ads are dead, it's just kill it. It really isn't bad. The whole fight as a general on normal isn't bad. I don't know what the difference will be for heroic, but on normal, it was fine. Yeah, you see our monks just demolished that icy thing. It's just, okay, it's gone now. You can see we have some really strong melee players DPS and got two monks and the shaman at the top. And I just want to comment, they keep talking about how crap Beastmaster is right now, but our BM Hunter's really strong. He had a 99 farce Tuesday night, I believe it was. So, just because somebody says that a spec is bad does not mean that it is complete trash. So just remember that. And here at the end, there were times where I really wish I had raid cooldowns, but because of needing to spec a certain way, this really just worked out better. Yeah, I mean, you saw how fast all of the icy stuff came off. I wouldn't even bother with Mass Dispel at this point on normal. Again, don't know how to be on heroic, but for normal, I just wouldn't even bother. All the fire. And also, I know that the quote unquote meta is not to run the Narus. As you see, I've got two of them and I have had a few times. I like them. I know that it's something that I can't control, but I just personally like it for my spec. So you don't have to run it. You can run something else. I totally support you and wish you well, but there's just certain things in the talents that I am more comfortable with. You can see I'm so worried about healing. I'm not even putting on the mind games, which would have been something at least. And there you go. That was our kill for Broodkeeper. And that is how I did it as a single target Holy Priest. Well, good luck. I hope you guys get great kills and get great loot. and I will see you guys later. Bye.